My name is Shannon. It's April 24th, 2015. It's 12:08 p.m. I just made a video. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these, but I know if I'm going to be doing any sort of series, I want to have some sort of introduction to it. So this is going to be story time with Shannon. I'm 30, going on 31, and I have two kids. I have my daughter with me all the time. I have joint custody of my son. Me and his mother are amicable enough to where that works. She has him whenever he's in school. I have him whenever he's out of school. I have three brothers from my mother. I have two brothers and a sister from my stepmother. There's a whole lot more, but it's gonna be a lot for an intro video. My father's still alive, my mother's still alive. I see them on a semi-regular basis. I come from a mixed background, which will tie into stories later on. My mother is black and Native American, and my father is white. Obviously, I look white. People will, argue that I have whatever features of whatever races and everything. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not white, I'm not black, I'm not anything. I'm me. If you have to put a label on me, then, go figure it out for yourself. But, I guess I want to start this to just kind of give myself an outlet. There's not many people in my life that I can talk to comfortably enough to say anything to. I'll kind of pick and choose what I say to most of the people around me. For their protection as well as mine. But just lately I've had a lot on my mind. Alright, no, let me rephrase that. I always have a lot on my mind. Lately it's been to the point where I can't really function all that well. And those close enough to me could tell you that I'm an overthinker and overanalyzer. I think about everything way, way, way too much. And they're absolutely right. And unfortunately, what most people either don't seem to realize or understand is that I can't turn it off. It doesn't turn off. It just happens. I don't, something will happen, some sort of event, some sort of circumstance, some sort of happenstance. Somebody will say something, and my thoughts will start going 0 to 100 real quick. They just go on and on and on. It's really exhausting, and I've given people recently examples of it. And the one that I usually try and explain it with is like a NASCAR track. If you imagine a NASCAR track and all the cars going around in circles, ovals, excuse me, don't want to piss off any NASCAR fans. That's like my thoughts. So as soon as I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes, that's the start of the race. There's no pace lap, there's no nothing else. It just goes. I have an interesting story about that later on, I'll tell you. But it's, those are my thoughts, like all day, every day. And it gets really overwhelming sometimes when you try and focus on one and you can't. And it's not like an ADD thing. It's not like I can't focus on a task. I just can't bring myself to focus on any one thought without having the other thoughts kind of looming over it and interfering with that and taking me to a place I'm not trying to be while I'm trying to think about this other thing. But even when I do get a chance to, have a moment of peace in my head, the one or two things that I am thinking about, I'm still overthinking them. I'm still coming up with, 50 different scenarios for each thought that I have going on in my head or each topic that I'm thinking about or whatever. And it just gets really exhausting. It's tiring. But it's kind of why this video is going to be going the way that it goes. I was going to write a script, but ain't going to happen. So, this is just, I'll just leave this as the intro. I'll get into more stuff later. I have plenty of stories. Everybody has plenty of stories. Everyone has plenty of stories. It's just a matter of getting to know their stories. I typically tend to not actively search out people to listen to their stories, but when I do, it just kind of always brings home that everybody has a story, and this is going to be my story, and I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how unorganized I'm going to be about it, but this will be the start of my story, and I would like to take you along for the ride. Until next time.